Hello, my friend. If you're confused about this video, I'm in a tiny little room with this alien-like pod behind me, also known as a sensory deprivation tank. Cool, right? No, I'm not going to blast off into space. However, I am going to have you join me on my first float experience. Floating has so many benefits to list, so I didn't want to do too much research and experience any placebo effect. This will at least be a two-part video, so if you're interested in learning more about float tanks and the science behind floating, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of the episodes. Basically, the point of a float tank is to remove all external stimuli to allow your brain to potentially disconnect from your body. When we're walking around in daily life, we're constantly bombarded with stimuli. Noise, light, work, daily problems. Our body is constantly combating them, often with the fight or flight response, deciding which stimuli to combat first. Not only that, but the average person faces hundreds, if not thousands, of social media inputs a day. We're constantly being hit with distractions. In a sensory deprivation tank, the whole purpose is to remove all of those stressors and allow your brain to just focus on itself. You may not realize this, but this detracts and drains so much energy from your body and takes away from the full potential of your brain. By muting all of your senses, you're allowing your body to reach a peaceful state. In the sensory deprivation tank, you're sitting in a dark tank with water that's the same temperature of your skin. You're floating, you're weightless, there's no sound, and you just feel at peace. The isolation tanks are filled with around 12 inches of water that are heated to the temperature of our skin. They're then saturated with 1,000 pounds of salt to give the sensation of weightlessness. Good thing I'm not a snail or I might shrivel up and melt, but the salt is there to provide maximum buoyancy. The tanks are usually lit with nice LED lights, but you can have the option to turn it to pitch black, which I would recommend. They also are all equipped with filtration systems that turn on automatically after the session to clean and sanitize all of the water. Today I'm at Healing One in Reno, Nevada. It's the only float space in the area, so if you're visiting or live here, make sure you stop by and get more information and schedule your first float. I've included their contact information below for more information. Here I'm applying some petroleum jelly to any scrapes on the skin to help prevent any burning from the salt water. Then I placed earplugs in my ears to help prevent salt water from irritating them. I ended up removing these halfway through, and that was a mistake because the next day I had to rinse my ears with a vinegar solution to dissolve some itchy salt crystals, so make sure you keep your earplugs in. Next I took a shower. The idea is to be nice and clean before entering the float tank. You want to be sure to wash off any oils, lotions, perfumes, and makeup. At first I had a hard time getting myself to stay in one spot.
This feels so cool. I'm trying really hard to stay in the middle, but I'm floating all over the place.
But after some time, I was able to center myself and start to relax. Soon after, I felt an unbelievable weightlessness. It was definitely one of the most intense feelings I've ever experienced. The sensation was initially overwhelming, but I think this was just my brain freaking out, trying to figure out what was going on with my body. Eventually, it was very tranquil and relaxing. It can be an incredible tool for exploring your consciousness and truly harnessing its power. From what I've been told, it takes a couple of floats to truly experience the full benefits of floating. Many people have told me they've had psychedelic-like experiences. I can definitely see why now, and I'm excited to continue with a few more sessions in order to better understand this phenomenon.